Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this one up too.
Go red.
All right. Should be working. Let's hope it's working. It is working. Let's record this bad boy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of A Shot of Rye.
Oh, look at that.
This is my surprise show that when something weird happens, we record it. So, it's funny because it usually does happen when Dan's here. It's really weird. I don't know why.
Weird follows me.
Yeah,
which
it
is
follows you.
Which is odd.
It should be up and it should be recording. So we're just gonna go with it. There it is. All right. So I had a really good visit this afternoon with Dan from Glenmo was here, and he wanted to show off his two new whiskeys that are coming out that are not even out yet. So I said, "What are you doing tonight?" Josh is here, and he's a friend of Josh's, and we said, "Okay, why don't you come back and do you have enough to try a really cool group of people?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "But what about the cool part?" I said, "Well, they're all right. Let's go with that." So you guys, we're gonna have two different whiskeys for you guys to try tonight, and hope you enjoy them, because you're some of the first people that are gonna get to try them in Massachusetts. So I'm gonna hand it over to Dan. Danny?
Oh, please. No, it's my pleasure. Thank you. And I appreciate your flexibility. Thanks for accommodating me and giving us the opportunity to show you these whiskeys. Before we jump too far into that, I've got to throw some props to my pal Josh, because when he started his company in 2013 was when I got this job. And to me, he was one of the first people that I had serious interaction with in the industry. And what he showed me then and what he still shows me now is that when you believe in a thing, when you put your money and your reputation where your mouth is, then you can change the category. You can shift the paradigm in fundamentally important ways. And so I owe him a debt of gratitude, because when you work for a single brand, it's the temptation to become one note propagandist for that brand is there, and it's somewhat encouraged. But doing so, it creates long-term harm for that brand, because the people that you're trying to communicate with, you want them to see that what you're doing it's not manipulative. It's not trying to steal your objectivity and replace it with confirmation bias that was written by some marketeer somewhere in an office in Paris. None of that helps the category. None of that moves the ball forward. None of that establishes a sense of faith and trust and community that what's in the bottle is built to do. So if I do my job the wrong way, it builds barriers between people and liquid. And he was one of the first people in the industry that showed me the different side of that.
Very good.
The building of real connection between people and liquid. And so I owe you a debt of gratitude for that.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you and Jason.
Just remember that, just because you're the hero to him, you're still an evil person in somebody else's story.
That makes you feel any better.
You don't get through this life. It's one of those type of things. People say that I'm a really good guy, and other people say I'm the devil.
Yeah.
It's like each one of those people has earned that reputation for me. So they've earned what I give them. And if you give out positive vibes, you get positive vibes back.
Truly.
And I think that's definitely true.
Yeah, absolutely. So moving on to the propagandistic nature of my single brand song and dance, there are two whiskeys that you have in front of you that are absolutely new to us, to the market. You've seen Glenmorangie La Santa before. Since its inception in 2007, it's been a 12-year-old whiskey. It is now a 15. So what you have in front of you is the new La Santa 15-year-old. It's going to see primary maturation in first and second fill ex bourbon oak, secondary maturation just in first fill Oloroso sherry cask. I'll give you a range. It is the math is not as simple as it used to be. It is not 10 plus 5 because Glenmorangie, for 5 years in first fill Oloroso sherry, because of the way that Glenmorangie is constructed, that it'd be pretty aggressive. So we're probably, if I had to speculate, we're probably looking at around a 2.5 to 3 year amount of time in first fill
Which,
Oloroso.
which way are they at? Seven is the tail, right? Is
that
seven the
true?
tail?
Let's not.
Let's not,
Then we'll
okay.
finish with spices. Okay,
But fine.
great,
I just want to
great.
make sure I got them in the right order.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's great. So the
Perfect.
box score, we just came off of 6 cask strength whiskeys, and these are not. Just so that we're clear on that.
So this is number 7. This is the first one you're going to try.
Yep, 43 ABV, and then the next one will be 46, just so that we're all on the same page. So this is what will be La Santa moving forward. If you see a bottle of 12-year La Santa, it represents a thing we no longer make.
Okay.
Between 2017 and before this came out, La Santa was finished in a combination of Oloroso and PX sherry. There's no more PX use in La Santa. We've gone back to our roots and gone from ex-bourbon oak into first fill Oloroso sherry. So this is La Santa moving forward. Now, some of the questions that come out regarding changes in ABV, well, not changes in ABV, but changes in age statement across the Glenmorangie range, we tend to be held up as the canary in a number of different coal mines. And to address the sort of the canary in the room, yes, the increase in age statement across our range is at least partly because of the evolution of the brand and partly because the category is in giant decline. So
we don't have a whiskey lock. We have a whiskey pond.
Yeah, the pond is here.
Right.
And so the trying to not leverage, but trying to take.
Why not?
Well,
yeah, it's another thing. Why not?
Well,
if we got the stocks and we got the thing, why not? Yeah, let's not. Why not?
Opportunities. On paper, sure, it's a net negative for now, but it presents opportunities that we didn't have access to in the past. So if you look at what we did with Original went from a 10 to a 12. If you look at what we do with Nectar Door, it went from non-age dated to 16. This went from a 12 to a 15. We're relaunching and permanent in the whiskey industry is never.
It's an oxymoron, by the way.
Permanent for now. Permanent with a giant asterisk next to it. We're about to release a permanent 25-year. So keep an eye out for that.
Very nice.
We're very excited about Glenmorangie Altus is on its way out. This is just now hitting the market as the 15-year La Santa. So we'll sort of
don't ask yet. This is not in yet. So you're getting a sort of a sneak peek that the 12s are working their way through. When those are going in, as our wholesaler starts getting the new one in, they'll start replacing them.
I didn't smuggle it in just to try to, just to keep them above the law. But yes, this bottle that was in my backpack when I walked in. Yeah.
That's called smuggling. I don't know.
I guess it is smuggling. So
it is smuggled. Okay. Well, there we go.
Totally smuggled in.
Listen.
So Alta was the 10th in the private edition range. Altus, ALTUS, is the new 25-year.
New 25.
Yeah, just sorry. Thank you for. Alta's amazing. No, well, not
never
in
say
that,
never, but
not in that form.
Yeah.
Bill, when Dr. Bill Lumsden, our master distiller at both Glenmorangie and Ardbeg, tends not to revisit things unless he is compelled by forces beyond all of our control. Like the reason that we did oh golly, in 2008 and 2009 a star happened, and there wasn't really a plan to repeat a star until for a time there the second in command at Glenmorangie and Ardbeg was Brendan McCarran, who now is at the Lakes in Benbecula. But at the time he went to Bill and said, a star was one of the greatest whiskeys ever to be created at Glenmorangie. Let's do it again. And Bill's walking papers were compel me to do so. So 2017, a star was Brendan's vision for why to do it again. With Alta, what's interesting about Alta is that we've continued to use our proprietary yeast strain. That was the first example of
first example, right?
We use it. We ferment every other year, batches. Using Saccharomyces diamast. So it'll show up, the ghost of it'll show up in other ways, but something called Alta, no. But yeah, great question. Thank you.
Did that clear it all up? Okay, explain it to me after you're done. So
The
The peaty whiskey that we had before this seemed to amplify the richness of the sherry on
Mhm.
this Lasanta,
Yep.
which I was afraid the peat
Yeah.
was going to hide it, but it just
For those of you who don't know, we've already had 6
A
whiskeys
number of, yeah.
when we got to this. So if you're just joining us, we're already into our cups. So welcome to the show. I like that one though.
Yeah.
Mm.
It
Not a
is
fan.
different though. So I think here's sort of the play a little devil's advocate. This is very good. I like this. It's not the same,
It isn't.
and nor is it meant to be the same.
Right.
So if you are one of those people that likes the 12, buy it up
Right.
because it is going to be different. Now, that's not to take anything away from this. This is quite good.
Right.
I like this one. And I think over time, this would actually grow on me a little bit more
I think
because
so,
I think it's, do I want to say? Yeah, I think I do. I think it's a little bit more balanced
Yep. Yeah.
than the 12 is. And I find usually balanced whiskeys over a period of time, I will go back to drink more balanced whiskeys than I will anything else.
Right.
So I think that's where that's the strong point of this. Plus, I'm a sucker for sherry finish.
Right. As much as I enjoyed the PX and Oloroso version of Lasanta between 2017 and now, I found myself not necessarily first grab at home.
Right.
This I've found in the week or so that it's been around the house. I've only been there a couple days of that week, but this I tend to grab more often. If you go back to the sort of the history of Glenmorangie finished in Oloroso sherry cask, it was the first secondary cask we ever used.
Was Oloroso
Going back to 1987, when Glenmorangie sherry cask finish was released in about 1990. Between that release and 2017, it was only finished in Oloroso. So this is to a degree us returning to the roots of what this is. PX was a dalliance to a degree versus the timeline of us using Oloroso.
Very nice. I think it's got really good. Like I said, it's really well balanced. It's got the good nuttiness on the end on the finish on this one. You can definitely taste the Oloroso. Oloroso. It doesn't go to a sweet spot. It goes more to a spicy sort of finish to it.
Mhm.
But that being said, now we're going to really taste some spice because it's the tail of spice now, right?
Right. Yeah. So this is number 6 in the A Tale of series, which started in 2020 during the pandemic as a Tale of Cake. And then we went to a Tale of Winter, Tale of Forest, a Tale of Damn It, Tokyo. Damn It was not
Damn it
fun.
was my favorite one.
That's the best.
That was the best.
A
best
Tale of
one.
Damn
Yeah,
It.
yeah. I had to go to hell for it, but it was delicious.
And then last year's A Tale of Ice Cream, and now here we are at a Tale of Spices. So yesterday was the official release date for this whiskey. So you are among the very first in Massachusetts to get access to it. Now we're at 46 ABV non-chill filtered. This is
The
forecast.
nose on this is great. Really, really nice.
Forecast types here. Each of those casks represents full maturation in that cask. So this is not finished. There's no X.
And that's sort of a breakaway from the regular lineup where it's
Absolutely.
been always a finish. This is now full maturation, and the blending is done amongst those full maturations.
right. So we're looking.
And there's 4.
Yeah, 4 cast types here. 2 of them red wine casts, but each of those sort of lives in a slightly different application. This is, as far as I know, and I'll have to check with Bill, but as far as I know, the first use for us of Moroccan red wine cask. So that's one of the 2 red wine casks. The second one is shaved and retoasted Portuguese red wine cask, not STR. So there was no R, there was no reach R, just ST. Dr. Jim Swan technique, Googling
One
is
way
amazing.
back, yeah.
And then first fill X PX cask.
Moroccan red wine, though?
Yeah. Yeah. So Moroccan and then Portuguese. Portuguese for the ST,
Okay.
Moroccan for the non-ST cask.
Is that part of the thing? Like there was always a tale that was told. There's a lot of and I'm probably gonna get in trouble now. A lot of French wine. There was sort of a pipeline coming over from Africa where a lot of juice was coming into France from Africa of wine.
Okay. Oh,
So-
wow.
So I'm wondering if this is sort of like not a take on it, but this is sort of like sort of goes into sort of that sort of feed.
Would not surprise me in the least. If our master
Any
distiller-
complaints about that should be addressed to Josh.
Dragging me into this.
Because somebody's gonna die. It's gonna be you, not me.
our master distiller is a huge red wine fan.
Yeah.
So the provenance is a huge deal to him.
You know, I get on this. I get a little bit of like red licorice, like the string red licorice on this. Not a Twizzler. What's this? You know,
The
the
red
string,
vines.
the red
The red
vines,
vines.
red vine.
Red
Yeah,
vines.
that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know if it's from
Oh, like the
Australia.
Bowley's
No,
Australian?
that's not. No,
It's not
no,
the
no,
Wallace,
no,
no.
that's-
I just love the way that the finish doesn't.
Right. It
Yeah.
just continues to sort of be present.
Well, here's my thing. I think it has two finishes. It finishes up when you get that sort of sweetness and you get that stuff going on. That's really cool. And then it kicks into like this fresh mushroom, like fresh white
Like
mushroom
the white,
finish.
yeah, the, like
right?
the standard white.
Mhm.
fresh
Yeah,
mu-
yeah, like a
yeah.
fresh white mushroom sort of finish after that.
Yep.
It's almost two distinct finishes. But in that case, though, you're right. It goes on. It just keeps going. Like a little Energizer bunny or something. You know? An Energizer bunny full of white mushrooms, I guess. I don't know. There's an Alice and White Rabbit joke in there somewhere.
Mhm.
Somewhere in there. But I like this one.
I do too.
They may like this one. Wow. This may now be my favorite
Of the
tale of. Yeah.
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 I think I like this better than ice cream.
I'm with you on that.
Not than real ice cream, tale of ice cream.
Real ice cream's
Let's
amazing.
not get crazy.
Right.
Ice cream's really good. Did you see though that they're coming out with a Malort flavored ice cream?
Shut up.
I kid you
Sign
not.
me up.
Yeah.
I said I need. There's a ice cream company moving into Chicago, and they said that there's going to be Malort flavor, and I somehow need to get that now. But what do you guys think of this?
Great. Good.
Really nice, right?
Which is
Better than what?
Bar, but yeah.
Better than what? Malort, better than
Malort,
what?
yes.
You don't have to go for that far.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lovely drama. Just continue
really
to
nice.
sort of show you new
Wow.
layers.
Really, really excellent.
This
That is what we call a thinking purses whiskey.
yeah.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
contemplative.
When is this coming?
Anytime now.
Anytime. Yeah, I'll
you
probably
should-
be able to order that next week. You
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, you should
I'll have an order
do it.
into our wholesaler for that. This one, the might take a little bit longer because I don't think they're going to jump the gun. I think they're going to let the 12s
The 12
work
sell
through
Yeah.
before we start seeing the new year
Yes.
vintage on it.
I missed the question.
They fixed last year's distribution problem. Let me put it this way: there's always a distribution problem.
Yeah. Fix is an aggressive.
Yeah, it's like it's very subjective. The word "fix." So we hope to have. I think we're going to try to have this for November 1st, which is our whiskey festival. Roadshow is November 1st this year, so keep an eye out. Glenmorangie has already signed up for their table, and we're just deciding on what's going to be in. June was here earlier today too, and June is our sort of high end specialist for the Glenmorangie whiskeys and Ardbeg whiskeys. He said he's going to bring something special for the tasting too.
Great.
So it'll definitely be a table that you will want to go to.
Right. Yeah, he's got access to some things that we've done at both Glenmorangie and Ardbeg recently that have really
That are
moved the
basically
needle aggressively.
yeah. We have our own specialist now, which is really cool. So the only part about that really stinks is we have to still go through our wholesaler, and sometimes that could be an issue. But you know, it's way better than it used to be. So we are getting some of those hard to get. So if you know of some Ardbeg or Glenmo things that you see come out and you want them, let me know because I may be able to get them now. So that sort of ends there. All right, you guys, like it? Good. We'll invite Dan back.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Dan for showing us some nice whiskeys. I want to thank, of course, Josh Haddon for doing a single cast nation for us today. want to thank all of you. You know, stuff like this just happens. You got to be here, though. It's really neat to watch it on wherever you're watching us, but it's always better to be here, and it's always more awesomer. Yeah, I'll go with that. Awesomer. Awesomer, gossamer. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Nice.
Before anybody goes, Brian,